Hi everyone, my name is Connor Walsh, and I'm here today to show you why our firm, Arctics Critical Consulting, is the right one to help your company develop its brand recognition and inspire growth. During this presentation, I will start off with a short introduction of myself and our firm, then dive into the proposal, including what you need from us, along with an overview of the strategic plan we have developed for your company. From there, I will break down our staff and how we approach projects like this one, before finally listing out the next steps of this process. As I previously mentioned, my name is Connor Walsh, and I am the head consultant for our firm. I have 5 years of experience working alongside tech companies like yours, and my expertise can be found in data analytics, promotion, and economics. I also attended the University of Delaware, where I received my Bachelor of Science in Marketing. Looking at our firm as a whole, here at Arctics, we pride ourselves on taking full advantage of data analytics to identify successful content creator relationships that can then help companies like yours reach brand new audiences. Our firm has been able to leverage this content creation to increase consumer product sales by at least 10% for all 20 of our previous clients. Now let's dive into the proposal. Looking at the current landscape of your company, the problem as laid out in the RFP brief is that you have struggled to generate brand awareness for your products, and because of this, you have had difficulty achieving growth with lower sales figures. By partnering with our firm, however, you now have the opportunity to establish a more prominent social media presence than your competitors, reach new audiences with content catered to their interests, and make people's lives easier through the use of your product. Based on your company's needs, our objectives for this process will be to establish a data-driven approach to identify next-generation social media creators and foster relationships with them, align the messaging of this content with your company's current marketing efforts to prepare for the product launch, determine how to measure the return on investment for this creator engagement, and then ensure that all efforts from this campaign align with your company values such as innovation, diversity and inclusion, and corporate responsibility. Keeping that in mind, the three elements of our strategic plan, including using social media data to identify relevant content creators that can help us expand our reach, cater our communication channels and ensuing content to various age groups, and pick out key performance indicators that show the true value of the social media presence. With our data-driven approach, we will seek out the most promising target audiences by analyzing current social media trends and the channel-specific preferences of these potential customers, and then find the most relevant content creators for each age group. Then, through the use of surveys and other research, we will then determine the preferred communication channels like social media, email, and articles for those age groups so that we can effectively distribute our content. To make sure that content is then effective, we can then use those aforementioned social media trends to see what types of content people are appealed to and how they are engaging with it. What makes these creators so valuable is that they offer an authentic voice and capture every aspect of each product they promote, giving users something they can relate to, learn from, and be inspired by. On top of that, they are considered more credible and believable, knowledgeable, and better at explaining how a product works than the average consumer. Social media has become the most effective channel for this because 50% of social media users now use it to research products, with 71% even being more likely to purchase products based on social media recommendations. With 92% of consumers relying on referrals from people they trust, these creators have become an important bridge to turn users into customers, with 50% of Twitter users even saying that they have made purchases based on the word of a content creator. To then see the impact of this creator engagement, we as a partnership will determine key performance indicators to judge the success of these efforts, which will mostly be determined by user behavior and sales figures. This will include content and website traffic, engagement levels through variables like impressions, click-through rates, content shares, and social media follower changes, and most importantly, conversions of users into customers, which will be reflected in increasing sales numbers. Looking at our previous experience as a firm, while we have worked with 20 clients in the past, I wanted to highlight these three notable partnerships in the tech industry. Stat Sports, which is a sports performance technology company, primarily sold their products to sports teams to be used by coaches to evaluate their players' physical condition. However, they wanted to boost their sales for their individual kits that are sold to everyday people outside of a team setting, so we helped them drive up sales of these kits by 13% by leveraging their partnerships with professional athletes to create content that inspired fans to buy them in order to measure their own physical performance in comparison to their favorite athletes. Then with HP, They needed help increasing the popularity of their laptops among college-age people who preferred Apple products. So we helped design targeted content that showed these students the ease of use of their laptops compared to the MacBook, and as a result increased sales by 11%. With Samsung, we had to take a similar approach, trying to push their Galaxy line of phones past the iPhone, and managed to drive up sales of their latest Galaxy S20 by 14%. The timeline for this project will include 3 phases, with the first being predicated on immersing ourselves into your company culture, setting goals, and conducting preliminary research. From there, we will begin to identify target audiences, foster relationships with creators, and develop your communication strategy. This will all be implemented in advance of your product launch in order to draw in more popularity to the product. Moving on from the proposal, let me give you a better idea of our team and how we approach projects like this. While I am the team lead for this project, I am also accompanied by the rest of my senior staff, including Joseph Foley, who will operate social media accounts and assess potential creator partnerships, Osman O, who will lead technical support, Navdeep Sagan, who will conduct most of the market research, and Andrew Walensky, who will oversee long-term strategic planning. As a team, we are campaign-oriented, so we work at a fast pace. We are data-focused, so all of our decisions are based on information given to us and research by us. And we place a huge emphasis on multicultural communication, which includes getting input from people of all different backgrounds, not only within our firm, but with our clients as well. Looking at the next steps of this process, some of the deliverables we will be responsible for throughout this process will be a kickoff meeting presentation, followed by an official call to action email, an outline for our action plan, a preliminary draft of our report, and then a final draft with our laid out strategic plan. All we need from you as our client would be access to company social media accounts, sales figures and other financial information related to your other products, use of your company's analytics software for us to conduct our data analysis, and most importantly, a weekly meeting scheduled so that we can continue to be in constant collaboration. Thank you, and we look forward to partnering with your company on this endeavor.